This year, we're crocheting instead of crashing out, and the girls have been asking me for tutorial after tutorial after tutorial. So grab you some big yarn because I'm about to teach you how. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. For an adult blanket, I recommend 5 of these, but this is a child's blanket, so I'm using 1. And starting with the tail. We always start out with a slip knot. Basically, just cross it over, like that, like so. Pinch the middle and bring the rest of the yarn gently through that loop, because this will be the first knot that you're going to be making your stitches with. And you can pull it through gentle, as tight as you may need, but make sure it's 4 fingers wide because you want all of your loops to be similar in diameter. Here I am just making sure it's as tight as I need it to be, but not too tight. I suggest adjusting the width a little bit just to make sure you got your desired foundation knot is what I'm pretty much calling it. Now through that loop you just made, you're going to push some of the yarn through from the working side. These are going to be your stitches, your foundation, and again you want to make sure that's at least 3 to 4 fingers wide. It's very important you also keep count of how many loops you're going to be making. For my adult blanket, I did at least 25, but for this child blanket, as you can see, I'm counting each loop. I'll be doing at least 15. Because the more you do, the wider your blanket is going to be. I'm speeding this part up because it's very repetitive, but for me to learn, I had to take it very slow. So don't be afraid to start over and please keep count. Now, once you get to that last loop, that is going to be the mark where you're going to be going upward, creating the body of your blanket. You're going to be skipping that first loop, going through the top of the second loop, pinching the yarn and pulling it through, but only 2 fingers width. You do not want these loops to be the same size as the foundation. 2 fingers is perfect. This is going to ensure your work is neat, but you also want to make sure each loop is the same size and not too tight so you can keep fitting the yarn through. You are going to now do this step all the way across, back to the beginning. Please take your time, do not pull them too tight. And make sure, especially starting out, you're measuring it 2 fingers width. This is my favorite step because it's, like I said, repetitive. But when you get to that last loop, you're going to pull that through gently. This is what your blanket should be looking like so far, especially if you follow directions. Because now, once again, you're going to skip that first loop and you're going to start pulling through again, going the other direction, 2 fingers width. And the reason we skip that first loop is because we want to make the edge of the blanket very nice and neat. And it's going to look like this because you're going to keep working your way up by doing the same motion across, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you get your desired blanket size. When I tell you, once you get this part down, it is so easy, sis. You could even stop right here and make it a scarf. I was honestly tempted right here to stop and just make this a scarf. But so far it looks nice and neat, nice and tight. And honestly, you can just keep going back and forth like this. For me, it takes about a full 4 hours to make an entire blanket. But stay tuned for part 2 where we close it off.